Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Pensions Talk. I still remain your one and only pension advisor, Mr. Patrick. Well, if you've recently lost a loved one and you are trying to figure out how to access their pension death benefits from a Nigerian pension fund administrator, first of all, my deepest condolence. I know it's a tough time and I am here to make this process just as easy as ABC. Come close, all hope is not lost. However, when a retirement savings account, RSA, holder passes away, the money in their pension account doesn't just vanish. That money is legally meant for their next of kin or named beneficiaries. More specifically, the status of the RSA holder, either he is retired or active, totally dictates the types of documents to be submitted to the pension fund administrator for onward death benefit payment. And, today I will be talking about documents required to access the death benefit of an RSA holder who had retired and placed on monthly pension. To access it, you'll need to provide the right documentation. Here's a step-by-step guide on what documents you need to gather to start the death benefit claim process. 1. Death certificate. First and foremost, you'll need an official death certificate issued by the National Population Commission, NPC. This is the government's recognized proof that the person has passed away. A hospital death notification is not enough, you need the NPC-issued certificate. 2. Will or letter of administration. Next is either a will or a letter of administration. If the deceased left a valid will, then the named executor will handle the claim. But if there's no will, you'll need to go through the probate court to obtain a letter of administration. This legal document appoints someone, often a family member, to manage the estate and claim benefits on behalf of all beneficiaries. 3. Valid ID of the beneficiary or next of kin. You'll also need a valid means of identification for the beneficiary. This must be a national ID card, NIN, in addition to either voter's card, driver's license, or international passport depending on the pension fund administrator. The name on the ID should match the name in the will or letter of administration. 4. The deceased retirement letter. This is the letter that was issued to the deceased as at the time of his or her retirement. 5. Bond slip. The NOC has to also submit a copy of the deceased's bond slip, sometimes referred to as PENCOM enrollment slip. This slip is usually issued to the deceased at the point of exit or retirement. 6. Birth certificate. The birth certificate of the deceased also forms part of the documentation. 7. Beneficiary's bank account details. Make sure you provide a copy of the beneficiary's bank account information, usually a stamped bank confirmation or account opening letter. The name must match the name on the ID to avoid processing delays. 8. Passport photographs. PFAs will also ask for passport-sized photos of both the deceased and the claimant, especially for their internal records. It's a small detail, but important. 9. Optional, police report. In cases of accidental or suspicious death, in special cases, like an accidental or sudden death, you might also need to provide a police report or medical examiner's report. This isn't required for natural causes, but it's good to know in case it applies to your situation. Here's a quick recap. Below are the prerequisite documents the NOC or NOCs of a deceased retiree need to access the death benefit. 1. Death certificate from NPC. 2. Will or letter of administration. 3. Valid ID of beneficiary, NIMC. 4. Bond slip or PENCOM enrollment slip. 5. Beneficiary's stamped bank details. 6. Passport photographs, deceased and next of kin or next of kins. 7. Retirement letter. 8. Age declaration of deceased. 9. Police report, if needed. 10. Other documents issued by the PFA. Note, It will also interest you to know that in a case where the next of kin on the PFAS database differs from that on the letter of admin, the person whose name originally appeared on the pension fund administrator's database must be involved in the progress of the payment processing by asking him or her to submit a signed national identity card and passport as a sign of his or her consent. I know this is a lot, but don't worry, PFAs usually have customer service teams that can guide you through the process. Each PFA might have slightly different formats and extra requirements issued and carried out internally, such as carrying out of home or village verification and issuing a few internally generated documents. So I recommend checking their website or visiting their office directly once you've gathered your core documents. Alright, that's it for today's video. I hope this made things a little clearer and a little easier. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to subscribe for more contents that make pensions/financial matters easier to understand. Pensions payment is your right. Don't play? If you have questions or want help with a specific PFA, just drop a comment below, and I'll be happy to help. Take care of yourself, and see you in the next